Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Sweeper27 and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. You guys are getting 2 Dokkan uploads in the same day, because this dropped just an hour ago on Global Dokkan's Twitter. This is the Part 2 LR that we will be getting for this celebration. This is Ultimate Gohan. Now, before we get diving into his kit, I have one quick announcement that I would like to make. This upcoming Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST, I will be going live on my Twitch, twitch.tv/thesweeper27. Something big that's going to happen that's going to change my career on both Twitch and on YouTube, so if you guys could please try to do your very best to be there or share it around with a friend. Again, that is 8 p.m. EST, twitch.tv/sweeper27. The link will be found in the description. But yeah, so we have this Ultimate Gohan here. I have not looked at his kit. I haven't done any of that yet. So before we really do anything, let's look at this boy's animations. All right. I'm going to mute up my mic and we can enjoy these. Let's see if the animation team cooked.
What's with this energy?
It's my brother! My brother's here!
Thank goodness. I made it.
Okay, the animations were actually pretty good, all things considered. There was a little bit of jank. I'm assuming this is an active skill, this right here, because it was voiced. This looks a little janky, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, obviously, it looks like they're just trying to reanimate what Tech Ultimate Gohan does in his transformed state. Hold on, I wonder if... Hold on. Can you do things at 2 times speed? You can. I wonder if this would make it look better. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that does look a little bit more clean. The final ending shot does look a little bit janky, but, like, that's kind of like a manga panel reference sort of thing. That's kind of like how last year the Boo duo, that Vegeta during the standby looked a little bit wonky, but it was because it's like a reference directly to the manga. His animations, though, were pretty clean. Like, this intro's animation is really good, even though, like, not a lot is happening. All the art is very clean. I love his 12 key. It's so dynamic with everything that he does. I'm assuming that's a KO screen right there. Well, that's a cold KO screen right there. This right here looks like it is... I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that right there. That is an homage to Goku, SSJ3 Goku. That's a little homage right there. That's a very similar pose, very similar art style. And he has a unit super. That's a pretty cute little face right there. And this also looks pretty good, so not too bad animations. I'm actually quite a fan. Again, the only thing I would say that looks a little bit rough would be the active skill. Just because it's like repeating on it's like treading on territory that has already been covered in Dokkan and already looks so good. But yeah, that's a good little start here. So, this is Gohan. He's AGL. That's a little bit weird. It's weird that we're getting 2 superclass AGL units within the same celebration. Not my favorite thing ever. All right. Now, I know they do it a little bit weird sometimes. Okay, so we'll come to this in a second. So, Majin Buu Saga or Saviors. Okay, you're not really going to be running him as a leader, but I guess that makes sense. Looking at his links, dude, that's huge. That means Beast Gohan and Tech Ultimate Gohan, they have a perfect linking partner. That's awesome. Infighter, All in the Family, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Power Bestowed by God. Why do you have Power Bestowed by God? Because I'm pretty sure once Tech Ultimate Gohan transforms into this Gohan, he loses that link. So it's odd that you still have it. Fierce Battle, then Legendary Power. Pretty good. A very good link set, actually. Because, again, he's going to link well with the two best Gohans in the game. This is his super attacks. Or... let's see. That is... So his 12 key right here. He... Raise attack for 3 turns, 30% defense for 1 turn, colossal damage to the enemy. Okay, is it up here? Yes, here are the rest of them. Alright. For his 18 key, he stacks attack, raises defense for 1 turn, and then mega colossal damage to the enemy. And then for his 18 key, which can be performed with a Goten, Trunks, or Gotenks unit, Majin Buu excluded, attacking within the same turn. That's a lot of options, actually. Oh, it does specify kid. I was about to say, dude, you could use, like, a Trunks character. We don't really have any good Trunkses, though, or any good Gotenkses, but a quick spoiler, there are a bunch of sub-EZAs that we're going to have to look at here in just a moment. But Gotenks, I mean, we have Int Gotenks, or, like, the physical side banner one as well. Oh, and there's also Super EZA Gotenks as well, if you're a JP player. Okay. Okay, greatly raises attack, so 50% attack stack. 30% defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to the enemy. And then raises all allies' defense... Holy shit! He's giving basically 60% defensive support? Dude, if this guy can reliably go into slot 1, he's gonna be cracked. What? That's so stupid. Plus he's stacking attack on his 18 key. Okay, so like you pretty much have to run him with the Gotenks on the team. 100%. 60% defense for 1 turn, that's ridiculous. For some people, like for some characters, this character included... Like, I know it says self-excluded right here, but he's getting 30% defense. That would be like double supering. But for the rest of the rotation, that's so crazy. Okay. That's a good start right there. He has great link set. Very powerful effects. Let's see what he actually does. Am I able to, like, zoom in at all? No. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So... He has a entrance animation, which gives him 6 ki for the rest of battle, and all allies get, oh my god, get 58% defense for 2 turns from this character's entry turn when there are another 2 Majin Buu Saga category allies on the team. That's good. So that means you could run this character, run Tech Ultimate Gohan, run the Angel SSJ3 Goku, and then you can run Beast Gohan, MUI, like on a Goku family team. That's not a bad restriction. I can live with that. He's getting 3 ki and 180 to stats, and guards. Okay, very solid start so far. 6 ki, by the way, stupidly ridiculous. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to AGL when all allies attacking in the same turn are Majin Buu Saga category allies. That's crazy. Gets an additional 58% attack and defense when ki is 12 or more. I mean, he's going to have 12 ki at the start of turn because he's giving himself 6 ki, and then from both leaders, you're getting 3. So he's... Oh my god, okay. He gets another 58% attack and defense and launches a guaranteed additional with a 70% chance of it being a super attack when ki is 18 or more. 20% defense for Majin Buu Saga category allies, self-excluded. And an additional 58% attack when using the active skill or when ki is 24. So he's giving... Oh my god. That means he would be giving 80% defensive support if he's getting the unit super attack. And he's giving himself 58%. And you just have to get him 24 ki, which won't be hard because he's orb changing. He's giving himself 6 ki. Oh my god, this guy's kind of insane. He launches 2 additional attacks, each with a medium chance of becoming a super attack, when facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or more at the start of turn. And it's at the start of turn, too. Oh my god. He's... Okay, hold on. Let me dial it back a little bit. He's giving a lot of support, and that's awesome. Can he go into slot 1? He just has guard as a defensive mechanic. He's getting 180 at the start of turn. He's not stacking defense or anything, and he's only giving... Okay. He seems like he's a slot 2 unit. Which is fine, okay? Because we have characters who can reliably go into slot 1. He doesn't need to go into slot 1 to be good. I mean, obviously, it would be much better with the sheer mass amount of support, defensive support that he would be giving, but a lot of the times, floaters are the characters who can get caught in slot 3. This guy's going to make it really hard for a floater to get caught in slot 3. Man, if he just had a little bit of something. Because his start of turn what's like his defensive stat? Let's see. It'll be like 13,000, I think. 13 to like 16,000. I know that's a huge gap. I don't know how much AGL units get. Those are high, actually. Okay, that's good. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if he could go into slot 1, because yeah, guard is cool and everything, but think of all the characters who just have guard as a defensive mechanic and can get cooked. Like Tech Ultimate Gohan, the TUR, he can quad super turn 1, but then without that 30% damage reduction, all he has is guard. Even though he doesn't, it's hard for him to get caught, he can still get caught early on. I mean, yeah, this guy is kind of giving me like LR Ginyu vibes, where like, you don't really want to put them, I mean, you can put Ginyu into slot 1 though. I don't know how I feel about this guy. I like what he's doing, though. He's doing a lot. Like, I don't want you guys to get me wrong with what I'm saying. He's doing a lot, and he's really cool. For sure. On a Majin Buu Saga team, he's going to be AGL keys. I mean, Agil SSJ3 Goku could take advantage of that. Does he debuff on any of his super attacks? Let's see. No, it's just... Okay, it's just what he gets on... Yeah, okay. So, there's no, like, special abilities that he has. Like, he can't do anything against, like, Cell Max or Red Zone Movie Boss for us Janemba or, like, Gogeta. He can't debuff any of them. He is AGL, though, which is good because, like, Gogeta is, like, the hardest event in the game. Even though he has Guard, that's, like, double type resistance. He'll be really good up against, like, Cell Max and a lot of these other characters as well. He's very versatile, but again, I think he is pretty much going to be, like, a definitive slot 2 unit. Which isn't bad, right? Because Majin Buu Saga has a lot of characters who can go in slot 1 right now. You have Tech Ultimate Gohan, you have the Angel SSJ3 Goku. Under certain circumstances, you have Fat Buu. You can do Buu Tanks as well. Depending on what any of these sub-EZAs do, we may have a couple of them. We'll probably be getting a Super EZA at some point during the celebration as well. It would not surprise me if we did get a Super EZA, who could potentially be quite defensive. Okay. And he does also have an active skill, so let's go ahead and do this. This can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 58% or less, or when there's another Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking in the same turn from character's 6th turn from their entry turn. So that means turn 7 at the earliest, if you can't get this. Okay. That may not be terrible, because if you're going up against a boss who has like multiple phases, like Gogeta, for example, again, you could get to STR Gogeta on turn 9. He could be at 100% HP, but at that point, you'd be able to activate this. So I guess that's not the worst thing ever. Causes ultimate damage to the enemy. That's going to be good because he's stacking. Guaranteed 24 key and 58% defense for 1 turn. He'll be really good on that active skill turn. But again, I don't even think with this he could reliably go into slot 1. Because what is he giving right here? It's self-excluded. So he doesn't get this 20% defense. He does get this, though. So for 2 turns, he's going to get an extra 58. So that's what, 238% defense at the start of turn? And he's guarding. I don't know. I'll have to see him in action. He's very good, but I don't think he's broken. I mean, if anything, the thing that he's doing, I guess it's probably smart that they didn't make him a slot 1 unit, because this is the most stupid thing I've read in a while. 60% defense for just having a Gotenks on the rotation. Now, to be fair, it does have to have a Gotenks. That means you'd have to either float Gotenks or have Gotenks in slot 1. I mean, Gotenks can go into slot 1. He's a 70% chance to dodge character once he gets to SSJ3. There'll be some mind games for sure with this. For sure, but I like what they did with him. He's certainly interesting. It's very unique as well. And it's also nice giving the Majin Buu Saga category some support, because they don't really have any, like, dedicated support characters. That's what I was saying about, like, the side banner units for both Fat Buu and Goku. How they were both just, like, dodging, attacking units. I was like, man, I really would have loved to see some support. They gave this guy support, and now I feel like they almost went a little bit too far. I'd love to see this guy have a little bit more defensive mechanics, but he's going to be doing a lot of damage. I don't think we really want to underestimate that. 180 here, right? He's stacking. He's greatly stacking on his Gotenks super attack, and he's getting 30% attack for 3 turns on his 12 key, and he can launch a bunch of those too. So if you get a 50% attack raise, and then you launch 12 key, and then you launch 2 more. And he could do 5 supers in 1 turn. No, he can do 4. He could do, yeah, 18 key. These 2 right here. Oh wait, no, he has 1 more up here. Yeah. So yeah, no, he can do 5 supers in 1 turn. Oh my god. Dude, imagine you get all of those. I know that would be super rare, because these are only 30% chance. This is a 70 at least. But if you get all of those stacks, and then you launch this, any boss in the game is dying. He doesn't have crits or super effective against all types, so... I mean, honestly, for this guy, crit and dodge is kind of where you want to go. Like, dodge is your main priority, I feel like, and then crit. I honestly don't think this guy really needs additional, because he already has a ton of additionals. Even if you're running him off a Majin Buu Saga, he has 2 additionals right here. Granted, they're only 30%, but, like, I feel like you want to take advantage of this guy doing damage. With all of these buffs he's going to be giving himself, hell yeah. An extra 58 on 24 key, or when you launch the active skill itself. This active skill is this going to be one of the most damaging things in the game? Probably. Especially if you wait super late. Again, turn 7 will be the earliest you could do this. Getting all this... Yeah, no, dude, this guy is kind of crazy. This is a slot 2 monster. I'm a fan. I'll be an even bigger fan if this guy can go into slot 1. I'll have to see some footage. I can't wait to see Truth do some showcases or something. But, we do also have to look here. Now, these are not translated, alright? So I can't really... Yeah, I can't say anything on these. We'll have to make a separate video going over these. But physical Buhan, or excuse me, Bootanks is getting something. It looks like he's going to be debuffing, if I'm reading that right, or be getting extra stats when he's getting key. Okay. Now, this is what I'm excited about, because I saw this. This guy, to this day, is still good. He starts off with 50% damage reduction, he can get up to 90, and he just has a high chance to dodge, and he gets a higher chance to dodge the more HP he has, and he gets more damage reduction the lower his HP is. This guy is still good. You can still run this guy in events. Like, will he take damage? Yeah, but he will never die himself. He may make you lose a lot of HP, but he himself will never die. I feel like that's crazy. This guy is a nuking orb changer as well. Like, that's pretty good. I think these 2 are just support units, but it will be nice just having another Trunks and another Goten, making it that much easier just in case for whatever reason you don't have Int Gotenks or the physical Gotenks or the Super Easy A Gotenks. You might be... Depending on what this is, I'm hoping you're not just a debuffing character, but by the looks of things, you probably are. But, like, you will be huge for Buu, because Buu's team... I'm a huge fan of Buu, but, like, Majin Power isn't in a really good spot right now. Neither is Story Figures, neither is Sworn Enemies, really. So his leader skill is a little bit rough outside of the Majin Buu saga. So depending on how powerful these sub-EZAs are, and, like, sub-EZAs, I know some people are like, oh, yeah, whatever, they're not too great. But, like, Int Mai, during the Worldwide Download Celebration, was really good. Zamasu and Guatsu, they were really good. I know if you're a JP player, you have EZA Ribrianne, who is, like, unironically better than the LR Ribrianne. Just because it's a sub-EZA does not inherently mean that it's bad. So I will be excited to see what all of these characters do. Hopefully their details will drop very soon, or like Goresh or Minato will be able to drop something real quick. Actually, I'm going to pause the recording real quick just to see if Minato or Goresh has said anything. Alright, it actually looks like we do. Minato the GOAT has dropped all of these literally just 7 minutes ago. So, Fat Buu Good is STR 3 key and 100 to stats. Greatly raise attack for 1 turn, raise defense for 1 turn, cause supreme damage to all enemies, that's an AoE. It has a medium chance to stun. He changes Int Key Spheres to STR Key Spheres, and he gets 150 to stats at the start of turn. He gets 50% attack and defense per STR Key Sphere obtained, very good. Launches an additional super attack when collecting 5 or more Key Spheres, that's pretty good. When there is a Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking within the same turn, he gets 30% damage reduction when collecting 3 or more Key Spheres. And he gets another... Oh my god. He gets an extra 3% damage reduction per Key Sphere obtained. It starts from 4. Okay. So if you give him 6 Key Spheres, he's going to have 48% damage reduction. That means he's going to have to kind of go slot 1 in a lot of situations. This is a character who has to go slot 1. You can't float him. AoE. A stun is pretty huge on this team. He'll be getting a lot of healing from this. Now, like, the Majin Power team, Majin Buu Saga, doesn't really need help with healing, but, like, he'll heal a lot if you give him a lot of orbs. Dude, this guy's gonna be good in slot 1, actually. This guy's kind of giving me, like, STR hit, STR Kaba vibes. Oh, dude, this guy's gonna be nasty. Holy cow. Okay. Already off to a really good start. He doesn't, I don't know if he's gonna really synergize with the team very well, but like, let's say if you're like me, I didn't get this character in my summons. This is a character who I have in my box, so I think I actually have rainbowed or very close to rainbowing. This, like, you could run this guy very effectively. Okay. See, already off to a great start. Very good. Alright. Boo tanks. Physical, 3 key and 100 stats. Greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn. Supreme damage to the enemy. And seals. Seal is huge. Superclass enemies lose 30% attack and 80% defense. Okay, so he is a debuff, which is relevant. Again, there are some, like, 9th anniversary events where you are able to debuff, and that's at the start of the turn, so he doesn't even have to super attack to do that. Losing 80% defense is huge. That means all your... That's actually so good for the Majin Buu side, like the Fat Buu team, because they struggle doing damage. Debuffing by 80% is actually kind of crazy. And that, I mean, that right there, that's going to make Gogeta go from doing a 3 million super attack to what, a 2.1 million? Yeah, okay. So that's not terrible. Okay. He gets 1 key. Ooh. Only 100 stats at the start of turn. He gets another 150 when performing a super attack. Okay, that's good. 2 key, 100% attack and defense, and 30% damage reduction when all allies in the turn are Majin Buu Saga. Forms crit when the enemy is in attack down or defensive down status, which you'll be guaranteed getting against Superclass. Again, this guy's actually pretty good. He'll be really bad against AoEs, though. Only having 100 at the start of turn is trash, but he's getting 50% here, 150 here, 30% damage reduction here, and 100 here. Yeah, no, he's actually pretty good. All right, 2 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 2. We'll like these because these are cracked. Okay, oops, did not mean to do that. Very good, very good, very good. Kid Trunks Kamehameha. Wait, is this from the? This is from the Bio Broly movie, right? Because that's the only Trunks. Okay, Bio Broly. Okay, so he'll be on like movie heroes and stuff. Kamehameha 3 key and 120 to stats, or tech and physical 3 key and 90 to stats. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Supreme damage to the enemy. All allies get 40% attack for 1 turn. 180% attack and defense at the start of turn. 50% damage reduction. What's up with all the damage reduction on these guys? They're actually... okay. He gets 120% attack and an additional 30% damage reduction when performing a super attack if there is a Goten or Krillin attacking in the same turn. This kid can get 80% damage reduction. It's specifically on super attack, though, which you have to keep in mind, so you can't put him into slot 1 as easily. But still, 50% is not terrible. And that... I mean, this kid could do damage. That's 300% attack right there. And we're not even done. That's 50% right there, too. Plus, he's giving 40% offensive support. All allies in the Kamehameha category get 1 key, 50% Huh? Okay. So if he's in slot 1, Kamehameha category allies get 1 key, 50% attack, and then a 20% chance to crit. All Kamehameha allies get 2 keys. Oh my, 70% attack and 30% chance to crit as the second attacker in a turn. 3 key, 120% attack, and when performing a super attack, high chance to perform a crit as the third attacker in his turn. Okay. Oh my god. He's insane. He's so good. This is another really good slot 2 unit, because Kamehameha is very relevant. Again, you have to keep in mind characters like... wait. You're on Kamehameha, aren't you? Let's look at your categories. Majin Buu, Saviors, Hybrid Saiyan, Goku Family, Sibling Bond, Revenge, Rapid Growth, Powerful Comeback, and Trusted Will. Yep. Oh my god. This kid could actually go into slot 1. Especially if the Goten is good, which, like, but the track record so far, that's insane. Oh my god. 70% offense. I mean, oh my god. And this too? Oh my god. So if you have him in slot 2, that means the slot 3 unit's getting 110% offensive support. And with 30% chance to crit. I mean, he's still good if you put him in slot 3 too. Like, he'll be doing more damage. Obviously, he won't be giving support. Yeah, okay. Again, yep. Cracked. Cracked out of their mind. It looks like he hasn't done all the translations. We're missing... Intercule is not an AoE. Alright, thank you, Minato. We're just missing Goten is what it looks like. Right? Yeah, okay, he hasn't posted it. So we'll refresh here in a second, and then if not, we'll just We'll just go without goat tanks. It'll be fine. But Hercule, this guy is a goat. So super int, 3 key and 110 to stats, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to enemy. And then it has a high chance to stun. And then there is a 50% chance for it to supremely boosted for 5 turns. Power will be supremely boosted for 5 turns. What does he specify what that... Oh, wait, no. Okay, Goten is here. Okay. Oh, it's a threat. I'm stupid. Okay. Supremely boosted for 5 turns. I don't entirely know what that means. I'm assuming that just means, like, 50% attack for 5 turns? Okay, we'll go with that. He's getting some buff for 5 turns, which is crazy. And with a 50% chance, that's not terrible odds. 150% attack and defense when performing a super attack. He has a high chance to evade when HP is 50% or above, and he gets an additional 10% chance to evade enemy attacks, including super attacks. Plus an additional 10%. So he's at 60%. So he's at a 50% chance when HP is 50% above. Plus an additional 10% chance to dodge. Okay. So he's at 60, essentially. Reduce damage received by 50 to 90%, the less HP remaining, the less damage received. 50% attack and defense to all enemies. What? Oh, and all enemies lose 10% attack per Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, self-excluded. I mean, he's a perfect floating unit. He's perfect. He's giving support. He's debuffing. So, yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. So he's giving himself an extra, excluding 100% attack and defense, and he's debuffing by 20% if you're running him on full Majin Buu Saga. I mean, 90% damage reduction is insane. I don't know what his stats used to be. Granted, it is only on super attack, so again, he's not going to be the most ideal character to be using against like AoEs or whatever. But even still, like you can't ignore this. Like that's so insane. I know that's the less HP remaining. You have to be in a pretty dire strait to be there. But this character, you will never die because of this character. You may take damage. You will never die. All right. So lastly, we have Goten here, who is Kamehameha 3 key and 120 to stats, or int and physical 3 key and 90 to stats. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, and raise all allies' attacks by 40% for 1 turn. He gets... Oh, wait, is his passive the exact... His passive is the exact same as the Trunks, which already means it's good. Oh my god, running these guys as a rotation is cracked. Because that means they're both... Oh my god, that means they're both going to have 80% damage reduction! And you put one in slot 1... Hold the phone. You put this guy in slot 1, alright? Slot 1. 40%. 50%. That's 90% attack right there, okay? Plus 20% to crit. Well, we're not even going to talk about the crit, but that's 90 right there. That's 90% offensive support. 130. 200% offensive support with a 50% chance to crit. Go over to this guy, who is greatly stacking his attack. Then he's launching anywhere from 3 to 4 additionals that could give him another 30%. Is that the best? Oh my. They both have 80% damage reduction. I know they don't have a whole lot of stats at the start of turn. So before they super, these guys will take some damage because they just don't have a lot of stats right there. 180 is really not that crazy. So that means that roughly they're going to have like, at Rainbow, they're going to have like 220k defense at the most. I mean, they may have as low as like 180. Depends on the support that they have on the rotation, I guess. So that means that any super attack, right, even against normals, right, if a normal would do 300k to them, they'll be taking 150. Post super attack, they're going to be fine, because then they're going to have 80% right here. They're going to be doing even more damage. That's insane. Yeah, you could genuinely run Goten slot 1, Trunks slot 2, that Gohan slot 3, and that's a destructive rotation. And you would only have to be afraid of slot 1 supers. All of these sub EZAs are actually cracked. They're insane. These are all like Dokkan Fest level EZAs. And they're not even doing all that much. Like as you look here, 4 bulletin points. 4 bulletin points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bulletin points. 6 bulletin points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bulletin points. They're not even doing a lot. It's just what they're doing is insane. This guy is going to give himself a lot of stats. You're running him on Majin Buu Saga, boom, 30% damage reduction. He can get way more depending on how many orbs he gets, and guess what? He's creating his own orbs. This guy, perfect slot 3 unit, will never die. These guys are an insane slot 1 and 2 support option. And this guy, he's pretty good in slot 2 or 3. It's crazy to think that this guy's the worst out of the bunch. So it's definitely, these two are the best. Then I would say it's Hercule, then Fat Boo, then Buhan. But these are all characters people are going to have. I think right now on the shop, you can buy these guys with your Redstone. I still haven't spent my Redstone because I'm still waiting to see if we will get a super easy A character. Because like I know there are a couple of Majin Buu Saga category allies on there, as well as there is Tech Gotenks, SSJ3 Gotenks. So I could get him because I don't actually have him in my box. But yeah, no, this part 2 Golden Week looks insane. So yeah, let me know, guys, down in the comments, what do you think about all of these units? Are you excited to use them? Do you think they're going to be broken? Are you going to be summoning for this guy? I don't know, man. I really got to see this guy in action. Plus, he is a yellow coin, so something to keep in mind, there is going to be pity, okay? So, how the pity works is each time you do a summon, instead of getting yellow coins now, you get 10 of the, I don't know, platinum coins, I guess is what they're called, or the white coins, I don't know. And you're able to spend 200 of those to get the unit guaranteed. So that means you would have to do, what is that, 20 multis? Yeah, you'd have to do 20 multis, and assuming there's no discounted, how many, what is that, 20 times 50, that would be, what, 1,000? Is that 1,000 right there? 20 times 50. Yeah, you'd have to spend 1,000 stones, but then you would guaranteed get the character. Or if you got them beforehand, you could drop out, and you could save those coins for another thing, or you can buy a character in the shop if you really wanted to, and it wouldn't really matter. So let me know, are you going to summon for this guy? Do you think he's worth it? I mean, he's no Beast Gohan, right? But he's a crazy slot 2 unit. All of these guys are crazy slot 2 units. They're all good. This is good. This is good. I'm excited. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling. That way I can edit this really quick, make a quick thumbnail or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this time, guys. Real quick, another reminder: this Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST over on my Twitch. Hope to see you there. Big reveal. Would love to have you guys hang out. But yeah, that is going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the Sweeper27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links to which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys. But yeah, that'll be all for now. So as always, I've been the Sweeper27, and I am signing off.